everyone. Welcome to Initiative National Debate Competition 2025. This is the new session, and so that we all have you guys as 19. So before we start, we make clear that you're joining the round 19, room A. This is match between Team Hot Horizon versus Team Mambris Plus. Okay, I think we are clear now. There is a Hot Horizon and Mambris Plus here. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Aisyah Junaid. I'm from Kantor Cabang Banjarmasin, Kedeputian Wilayah 8. I will be your moderator for this session and will lead this session till the end. And right now, here I am with Mr. Eko as our operator from the Corfu team and as timer for today's sessions. Okay, I would like to express my gratitude for our today's adjudicators. First adjudicators, we have the one and only Miss Dena here. Miss Dena, hi.
Hello, Nidewi. Sorry, I'm Nidewi. I'm joining from Sumatera Barat.
So fun. How are you, Miss Dena?
I'm great, thank you, and I'm really excited for today's sessions, since this is the kickoff of our initiative national debating competitions. So it's really I'm really excited and nice to meet you all.
Okay, thank you. There's a message from Mambris +1 for speaker. Enjoy nasi kapau. Nasi kapau.
I am really enjoying nasi kapau. Thank you.
Thank you for give us your precious time, Miss Dena, even though you're far away now. Okay, our second adjudicators, we have Mr. Nurullah Hasibuan. Hello, Pak.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Maybe you can say something to our contestant this afternoon, Pak.
Because this is my first time as an educator, so having this competition, you may debate as well as you can. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Pak. Enjoy INDC 2025. Okay, next, we have the third adjudicator, Mbak Shaqylla, aka Mbak Sasa from INDC, from English Club Crew. Okay, Mbak Sasa, how are you? Oh, I think Mbak Sasa not in. Okay, we will skip Mbak Sasa. Next, we will say hi to Mbak Sasa. And now we have two teams here. First team is Hot Horizon as the affirmative team. And we have Muhammad Rizky Fariska as the first speaker, Arman Musa as the second speaker, and Ridwan as the third speaker, and Miss Mana as the counselor. Maybe we have to recognize one by one to all you guys. We can go first to the first speaker of Team Hot Horizon. Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Maybe you can introduce yourself and how do you feel right now?
Thank you very much. Firstly, my name is Muhammad Rizky Fariska. I'm from the Health Horizon, especially in Aceh. And right now, I'm feeling very excited for today debates. Let's have a very good competition. And also, this is my first time to get the debates in this competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and good luck. This is your first time. Okay, I see there is another team member that not the first time, but I believe you can do your best. And for second speaker of Hot Horizon, please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Let me introduce myself. I am Armanusa. I am a second speaker for Health Horizon. I will very excited for this chance today. It's my first time following this initiative, national debate competition. I hope it will be a marvelous experience for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy INDC. And then the third speaker, please introduce yourself.
Okay, good afternoon all. My honorable to all adjudicator, to moderator too, and my team have present and the team member is plus. My name is Ridwan. First, alhamdulillah, praise to be the good. Thank you to this organizer because this opportunity to me to speak English in the public because it's my first time like my first speaker. Paris, I'm very grateful and excited because this for my experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. For all the team members of Health Horizon, this is the first time, right? The first year, okay. But we believe that you can do your best. Don't give up and just give your best. Okay, we are going to the next team for the negative team. We have here Mambris Plus. And for the first speaker is Mr. Faris Ihsanugraha. The second speaker, Miss Putri Riziki. The third speaker is Miss Siti Hadijah, and the counselor, Mr. Frisky Arlin. Hello, Members Plus.
Hello.
Okay, maybe you can introduce yourself one by one from the first speaker. But I remember this Members Plus is not their first year, right? Okay, please introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to remind me. It's my third consecutive participation in INDC, and sadly, the two previous participation is not. And
Okay,
we
sorry. First speaker, your voice is
Hello?
very
Is it good now?
not unclear. Yes.
How about
Don't
now?
know why. Okay, it's clear.
Yeah, indeed, this is our third consecutive participation, but trust me, it always feels like this is the first time. And I've been, this is my 5th years in Papua, but I'm originally come from Payakumbuh, Sumatera Barat, West Sumatra. That's why I thought, um, yeah, thank you, Miss Dina. That's why I told Miss Dina to enjoy nasi kapau. So yeah,
Okay.
hope we have a really nice session today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. This is not the first time, but it's always like a first time, yeah. Okay, for the second speaker, Mbak Kiki, silakan, please introduce yourself.
Hello, good afternoon, the Honorable the Adjudicators and all of the affirmative house, and also the great moderator for today's debate. Let me introduce myself. My name is Putri Rizki, but usually I call Kiki. And same with first speaker from Mambris Plus. It's my third time to debate to follow this debate competition, but also it's feels like the first time I do this debate. Maybe that's all. I also hope we can enjoy this debate and do our best. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kiki. And the third speaker, please introduce yourself and describe how you feel right now. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Honorable adjudicator, moderator. Actually, this is my first time joining INDC. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sitti, but Everyone in here call me DJ, and I hope in our debate we do our best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right, the introduction is done, and now, I before we start, okay, before we start, allow me to read some small rules for all the participants. The first one is no participants are allowed to open their microphone before allowed. And the second, team members have to rename themselves with format team name underscore first, second, or third, and team name underscore counselor. I think we are good in here. And then the third, each team member joins with their own Zoom account, not allowed to join a single account. And we are good in here too. And the last, the operator may do necessary thing to make sure that this session runs smoothly. All right, before we start our debate this afternoon, let me to read our motion today again to ensure that we are not wrong. Our motion for 19th round is, this House believes that social media does more harm for mental health than good. And we have hot horizon as the affirmative and the Mambris plus as the negative. So for all the contestants, are you ready to start our debate this session? All right. The first chance of speaking comes to the first speaker of the affirmative side. That's hot horizon. Are you ready? Okay. Maybe for Mr. Eko, can you set the timer in the above in our left? Okay. So your time begins once you start speaking.
Okay, I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My honorable to all of the educators, moderator, timekeeper, also from our beloved team. So for today, our motion is about this house belief that the social media does more harm for mental health than it's good. And we are from the affirmative team, totally strongly believe that this social media does more harm for mental health than it's good. And before I start, let me define our motion first, which is the social media or the website like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or something Twitter, or now we call it the X, that creates profile, share content, connection, and also communication. And what about the mental health? The mental health is linked to the social situation like stress, social roles, sport, and culture, all affects how people feels mentally. And in this debate, our job is to show that the long-term negative impacts of the social media on the mental health are bigger and more important than the short-term or small benefits. And we will look at how many people are affected of this motion. And there are three arguments that we want to show you for today. The first one is about the addiction and the screen time. So the social media is made to keep people using it for a very long time. So they are wasting their time in for using the social media. That's make the problems just like poor sleep, stress, and also with the depression. And the second one is a low self-esteem and a comparison. So there's a lot of people on the social media that make a comparison between their mentality with the others with some unrealistic things. So that is why there's a lot of people feels insecure with their body, just like that. And then the third one is about the cyberbullying, which is being bullied online is more easier than in real life. So that is why cyberbullying is really often to happen in the social media. So that is why people are something feeling lonely, worried, and sometimes think about harming themselves because the effect of the social media. Thank you very much.
Okay, you still have remaining time. Do you want to use it?
Maybe that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, next, for the first speaker of the negative house, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Check.
Hello?
Hello?
Check.
Uh, first speaker of the negative house.
Check. How about this? Is it clear?
Yes, clear. Okay, please set the time. Mr. Eko, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders, and all of Duta BPJS Kesehatan and Adjudicators, good afternoon. Even though the first speaker of affirmative house has tried to explain the motion's definition, yet he didn't define it clearly and comprehensively. Therefore, allow me to redefine the motion first. The affirmative side wants us to believe social media is inherently harmful, which is untrue, as we define social media as online platforms that allow people to create, share, and interact, according to academic publication from Thomas Eichner in 2021. Namely 25 years of social media. It studied social media from even the very beginning. So it clearly, social media is a tool. And then about the harms. Harms is physical or damage or negative injury. It according to a Cambridge Dictionary. And the next one is mental health. Mental health refers to emotional, psychological, and social well-being according to WHO. The burden for the affirmative is very heavy, meaning that overall, across society, the harm clearly outweighs the benefits. If we show that the benefits are significant, widespread, and in fact support mental health, then we win this debate. The other side tells you stories about harms from social media, like addiction, cyberbullying, body image, and so on. We don't deny that risk exists, but three things must be clear. First, these harms are not unique to social media. Bullying exists in school long before Facebook. Second, these harms are manageable. Platforms today invest heavily in safety tools, parental controls, reporting mechanism, and content moderation. Third, cherry-picking horror stories does not prove net harms. Yes, a small subset of users may experience negative outcomes, but the majority derive connection, support, and well-being. Policy is judged on balance, not extremes. Honorable adjudicators, we present three arguments to show why social media does more good than harm for mental health. First, social connection and belonging. Second, access to mental health resources and support. And the third, empowerment and expression. Honorable adjudicators, indeed, just what I said before, social media has risks, but so does every tool in human history. The wheel caused accident, but it also gave us civilization. Is it mean we have to bend the wheels or the transportation, the mass transportation as well? That's not. Social media, when used responsibly, it connect us, support us, and empower us in ways no other medium has. For mental health, the good far greater outweighs the harms. Therefore, I want to say it once again, this motion must be rejected. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. You use your time very well. And then next, the second from affirmative side, please. The time begins once you start speaking.
Okay, thank you for the change. But the fact is, the influence of social media on sleep disorder and stress has been studied by various parties. ComInfo and UNICEF on 2020 have found that 98% of teenagers who spend over 3 hours a day on social media are much more likely to have mental health issues like anxiety and depression. And then in study that reported in journal Sleep Medicine has reported by Medical Express that exposure of blue light such as emit from cell phone and tablet can cause sleep problem by disrupting melatonin production. And then for our second argumentation, the negative impact of social media, users often engage in upward social comparison that is comparing themselves to the people they perceive as better or ideal, and then which can have a negative impact and mood and with body image. And then according to Directorate General Information and Communication, Facebook and Twitter are the most visited today networking sites. And Indonesia is the fourth largest user of Facebook after US, Brazil, and India. According to the research of Fida Rainina from Mercubuana University, Yogyakarta, the largest number of social media users in Indonesia in 2020 and 2021 were those aged around 25 until 34 years old. And next line were users by age 18 until 24 years old. And then for our third argument, is very, very concerning for us. According to the data from Jakarta Metropolitan Police, at least 25 cases of cyberbullying are reported daily. Meanwhile, the data from Indonesian Child Protection Commission state that number of children who are victim of bullying reaches until 22.4%. And this high figure is driven by the children who have extensive internet consumption. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Your time is very well. And then the second speaker of the Mambris Plus, please, your time begin when you start speaking.
Good afternoon, honorable adjudicators and all of the participants. It seems like the affirmative house failed to synthesize the previous explanation. Therefore, let me deliver the data and statistics to make it clear that social media does more good for mental health than harm due to several reasons. First, according to the American Journal of Preventive Medicine 2017, loneliness is one of the biggest predictors of poor mental health. It found that people who use social media moderately were 3 times less likely to experience perceived social isolation. Social media give people, especially those in rural areas, minority groups, or marginalized community, a sense of belonging that protects mental health. Based on study from Butterham and Collier in 2017, social media can facilitate social interaction, which is online interaction being easier for individuals with impaired social functioning and facing symptoms. Individuals with depressive symptoms prefer communicating on social media than in person. Online conversation don't require immediate response or non-verbal cues. Second, social media can also give broader access to mental health resources and support. A study in GMIR Mental Health 2020 showed that Facebook support groups for anxiety and depression saw membership increase of over 400%. Millions who might never walk into a clinic were able to access peer and professional advice. This is not abstract, it's life-saving access at scale. Based on study from Berry 2017, social media can access to peer support network. Online peer support helps seek information, discuss symptoms and medication, share experience, learn to cope, and for self-disclosure. Individuals with mental disorder establish new relationships, feel less alone, or reconnect with people. Various support patterns are not in this network. For example, informational or esteem network and emotional. Third, hashtag campaign like Bells Let's Talk in Canada raised over $7 million for mental health initiative in single day in 2021. while also generating over 159 million interactions online. This shows that expression on social media directly translates into funding, awareness, and reduce stigma. Mental health thrives when stigma is broken. The affirmative harms are marginal, exaggerated, and manageable. Our benefits are systemic, data-driven, and deeply protective of mental health. If the question is whether social media does more harm than good, the data says the opposite. It is a net enabler of mental well-being. Therefore, this House once again should reject the motion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the second speaker. And next, to the third speaker of the affirmative house, please, your time begins once you start speaking.
Okay, thank you. As the third affirmative, this House should affirm the motion that social media does more harm to mental health than good. Okay, in this time, I want to give a story to all about my self-experience in my family, or my to rebuttal this affirmative. This is short story about my family. I have two doctor. That's a beautiful doctor. The second, and the first birth in COVID era at 2020, and the second no her 5 years, and the second 3 years was born in 2021. What happening about this thema? In the first, my doctor, when her baby, we give a handphone or a screen time, what a television or a handphone to her sleep to see the game or videos about the children, about baby. And but for the second, my doctor, we block that access and we don't give. What a difference in the first doctor and two doctor. My first doctor about the mental is sleeping is too high about 12, and speak delay, and when go to school in the kindergarten, that is not focused, or the educational is not good. But the second, my second doctor is more good for the speaker, because he has a sister to communication in the home, and sleep good at a good time, and more focus about their educational. And we think screen or digitalization is make a mental health in our family, and that is not good. And I think we all have children, we all have a doctor, and don't want that's our experience to be in our family, and that's very, very not good experience. And we must limit it screen time, because that's a scroll comparison FOMO. And in today, social media use among 13 and 17 years old in universal is not good. And every day the teens so spend 3 hours a day. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for the third speaker of the affirmative house. Next, we are going to the third speaker of the negative house. Your time begins once you start speaking.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, and respected opposition. I want to emphasize some points that delivered by my first and second speaker previously. At the same time, I want to rebut some points from affirmative house. From the first speaker of the affirmative house, they talk about addiction. Ladies and gentlemen, spending time online is not the same as being addicted. People spend hours reading books, playing sports, or gardening. No one cries addiction. The difference is that social media is new, so we blame it for everything. With education, self-regulation, and better app design, usage can be balanced. Addiction is the exception, not the rule. And I want to rebut from the first and second speaker from the affirmative also about the comparison about this insecurity. Ladies and gentlemen, the research here is mixed. Yes, some studies show links between heavy Instagram use and body dissatisfaction, but other large-scale studies, such as Oxford University's in 2019, research on 350,000 adolescents found that the correlation between screen time and well-being is tiny, explaining less than 0.4% of mental health variation. In other words, the panic is overstated. The vast majority of people use this platform without measurable harm to their well-being. And third, it's about cyberbullying. Ladies and gentlemen, bullying is real, but let's remember, unlike in the offline world, on social media, victims can block, report, and document evidence. Online harassment is easier to track and punish than whisper insult in a schoolyard. And platforms are investing billions into AI moderation. So the narrative of uncontrollable harm is false. Even from our first speaker, already present 3 arguments to show why social media does more good than harm for mental health. First, it's about social connection and belonging. According to Pew Research in 2022, 69% of US adults say social media makes them feel more connected rather than more addicted. So the main effect is positive connection, not harm. Second, it's about access to mental health resources and support. According to UNICEF in 2021, while cyberbullying exists, 70% of teens report that social media also provide a supportive space when struggling. So social media might be the same tool that accused of harm, but it's also provide net supporting. Third, it's about empowerment and expression. According to Journal of Medical Internet Research in 2018, found that people who share personal mental health struggle online reported higher levels of self-acceptance and reduced stigma compared to those who stay silent. Let us focus on how we use social media, not whether it exists. Therefore, we oppose this motion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the third speaker from the Mambris Plus. And next, now we are entering the conclusion part. The first team that deliver their conclusion or reprise goes to the negative team, and we replied by the affirmative team. So for the negative team, you shall be ready. Okay, the
All right.
first speaker. Okay, your time begins once you start speaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this debate, the question is simple. So simple. Does social media do more harm than good for mental health? The affirmative wants us to believe harm outweighs the benefit and therefore overwhelming. Not only they have failed to present the significant data, but also failed to deny that the good things that been delivered by our second and third speaker are far greater about connection, about the support, and about the media that can use to express ourselves. Even the second and the third speaker of the affirmative house, they agreed us. Thank you to the second and third speaker. It's about the user's control. It's about parental control, etc. Thank you for agreeing with us. We also have shown several major misleading here by the affirmative. First, the scale harm is overstated, just like what the third speaker of negative house already stated. Oxford study that state that it's only about 0.4% that affect the mental health. The second, systemic problems can be systematically managed. Cars cause accident, but we not ban cars. We introduce traffic laws, airbag, seat belts. In the same way, platform today already redesign algorithm to push mental health resources. Governments pass online safety laws, and communities self-moderate. Systemic does not mean uncontrollable. Third, the systemic positive are bigger, deeper, and more enduring. Honorable adjudicators, when you weigh the wrong, here's the clash. The affirmative has given you harms that are episodic, manageable, and often correlational. We have given you benefits that are systemic, scalable, and life-saving. And for that reason, the motion falls. Social media does not do more harm than good for mental health. It does more good than harm. And that is why you must vote negative. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the negative side, and then the affirmative side is your turn. Are you ready? Okay, first speaker. Time begins once you start speaking.
Okay, thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, our conclusion for today's debate has made one thing undeniable clear, of course, and then while the social media may offer some benefits, of course, its negative impact on mental health is far more damaging. Just like the first speaker and the second speaker said in the of the negative thing team and makes uh, our conclusion is more clear to show you that the addiction is to this platform leads to the anxiety, sleep disruption, and emotional dependence. And also that toxic comparison fuels insecurity, body image issues, and depression. And please keep in mind that our scope is focusing on general users, especially for the teenagers and the adults. And we also do not denying about the benefit of the harm of the is more bigger, but we are want to make sure that the harm is more bigger than it's good. And our opponents also may argue that the social media has the positive side, and we agree, yes, but this is debate is not about whether some people benefit. It's about the overall impact of the mental health. And on that front, the evidence is overwhelming that the social media does more harm than it's good. So for this reason, we are prompt to propose the motion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You still have remaining time. Do you want to use it? Okay, I think no. All right, thank you so much. So the debate session is over. Thank you for your both team. First of all, let's give applause to all of you. Congratulations, guys. You did your best. Okay, now it's time to let our educators have a breakout room to discuss who is the winner of this debate session. And as the usual, we will pick the best speaker of the session. So we will come back in few minutes. Thank you.
Hello, Health Horizon. Hello, Health Horizon.
All right. Hello again. So all the contestants, I'm pretty sure now you're very nervous, but just enjoy this session. Before we know who is the winner of this session, let's hear the comment from our honorable educator. For the first comment, we would like to invite Miss Sasa to deliver the comment. Time and media are yours. Please, Miss Sasa.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear my voice?
Crystal clear,
Yes,
Miss.
we can.
Okay, thank you. First and foremost, I would like to say congratulations to everyone because you participated in our debate session and you guys delivered well. And we can see that both team actually prepare for this debate. We can see that both of teams prepared data, not just a mere opinion and not just mere arguments, but there's also data and arguments to backing up the debate. So which is very good. And also Health Horizon, if I'm not wrong, this is your first time of joining the debate session, right? Is there any of you that ever joining the debate in like high school or university or something?
I'm never,
For me, never before.
never. This first time.
Okay, so this is the first time, and for the first timers, you guys three did very well. So congratulations. I hope the three of you learned a lot of things from this session, from this from this competition. And I also hope that you guys gain some confidence to learn more about English. Okay. Okay. So what I'm about to comment is that while you guys presenting datas and arguments, you also have to remember to listen to your enemies, no, to your the negative house. You need to listen to other arguments so that you don't have how to say, so that you can debate the same thing. Okay. So whoever will win, I hope in the next session, you will listen to others' arguments, because I know that each team already prepared your own arguments, your own data, but it's very, very crucial to make sure that you two talking the same thing. So like this motion today, it's about social media, right? About the harm of social media. If one team is explaining about the harm of social media on teenagers, I hope that we are on the same page, just talking about the teenagers only. We don't really have to talking about the adults or the children or anything. Because if we don't set the boundaries of our topic, then it will be just wilding arguments around. Okay, if you understand what I mean. Also, like data and arguments, but you guys deliver very well, and also a lot of you are delivering your arguments in the right time. It's a very precise time, so I'm really like that. Also, this is not just debate, but I will comment also about the pronunciation of your delivery, because I know that some of you not really good in English, right? Because you want to learn English, that's why you want to joining this. I'm recommending the most easier way to learning English is install Google Translate on your phone, the application of Google Translate, and then there is a speaker, so you know how you can learn of how to pronounce the word that you don't know, like because I am hearing like you are about to say social comparison, but I have to like thinking like what are you mean, or the daughter, because the daughter and doctor is about the same. So that's how we to learn. It's okay to do mistakes, and it's okay to not really know about it, because this is a learning environment. So I hope that you guys learn a lot from this session, and also remember the eye contact. So that's why I think on our letter we are mentioning about the camera position. So you have to see the camera, you have to see your opponent, you have to see the zoom, and make sure your face is clearly shown as well, because we are in virtual, so that you have a connection and you are communicating your own arguments. Okay, that's a very technical, but it's actually very important. I hope you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. And also, from me, the best speaker is the first speaker of Health Horizon. You did well for delivering your arguments, and I like your pronunciation as well. It's just my suggestion is that to you, how to say it? You're talking so fast. It's good, but too fast that you still have a lot of time that you actually can deliver more. So next, if you continue next time, you need to mind with your time. Okay. Thank you. That's all for me. Good job, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Sasa, and congratulations for the first speaker of the affirmative house. And for the other speakers, don't worry, every educators will choose one best speaker. So next, second comment is from Mr. Buan. Please, media is all yours.
Thank you, Miss Aisha. Okay. Thank you, debaters, for your performance on motion. This house believes that social media does more harm for means of help than good. First, let me say congratulations for handling such a complex and timely issue. Both sides managed to bring out different perspectives. The harms such as anxiety, addiction, and cyberbullying. But don't forget about the benefits like community support, education, and empowerment that will be balanced shows you really understood the depth of the topic. Some of you did well, very well, in supporting arguments with concrete examples and statistics, while others could strengthen their analysis by directly linked points. But one thing that you should remember in debate, evidence is more important. So it's clear explain with clear explanation of why it matters. So both of you has done to explain the data. Because this is in Zoom meeting, clarity of voice and screen presence matter a lot. I noticed some of you spoke with excellent passing and clear articulations, which made you these points for you easy to follow. Okay, and the other side, rebuttals is the key. Okay, and I think all of you responded strongly to the other side. I mean the other side's arguments, which made the debate very dynamic. And overall, this was a commendable debate, regardless of who wins. And I want to say well done to all of you. Thank you. So for the good speaker, I will choose the first speaker from Affirmative House. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Buan. Congratulations again to the first speaker of the Affirmative House. And the last comment will deliver by Miss Dana, and also will tell us who is the winner of this session. So Miss Dana, media is all yours.
Thank you, Mbak Ais. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Okay, congratulations. It was such a great debate. Both of you have done really, really well. As Pak Buan already said, that both of the team has done their research, has provide data for their argument, so it was really good. But I would like to give suggestions, some point. The first one is all our motions are proposal debate. All of our motions are proposal debate. So the differences between proposal debate and value debate. So there are two kinds of debates. Ada namanya proposal debate, and the second one is value debate. Value debating means you just argue whether this is good or bad, ethically speaking. But when you say proposal debate, what we mean by proposal debate is you have to also provide what's your proposal. For example, if you say that social media give more harm than good, then you have to give proposal. How are we going to do that? If social media do give more harms. So all this house, affirmative house and negative house, you have to imagine yourself as the House of Representatives. Affirmative house adalah representatives of the government. You are all anggota DPR, right? All of you. But negative house are oppositions. Affirmative house come to DPR to Senayan to offer a new policy regarding social media, and because you argue that social media gives more harm than good in for mental health. So that's what. So the first thing you have to do in a debating is you imagine yourself coming to Senayan to offer yeah, of course you are the good anggota DPR, right? Not the bad one. So by bad one means not right or wrong, but how good, how strong your arguments are. So your strong point, both of you, the affirmative house and negative house, you all have done really good in your research. You come with evidences from journals, from data, that you talk about numbers, which is really, really good. Congratulations, second speaker of the affirmative house and second speaker of the negative house. You have done really good job in defending your house. But and for example, for the first speaker, both houses as well, you have done really well. But however, on the third speaker, your main job is to listen. So third speaker, your main job is to listen to your opponents. You have to listen to what the first speaker have, your opponent's first speaker. You have to talk, you have to listen really well to your opponent's second speaker. Why? So you can find out what their weaknesses are. If Pak Buan or Mbak Sasha didn't listen real, or I myself sometimes may not notice those weaknesses, but it is your job as the third speaker to show the judges these are the weaknesses of your opponents. You have to really listen to it. So you take notes during the debate. Okay, yeah. And also for the first speaker of affirmative house, the power is yours. So in Indonesian terms, you are the biggest coalitions. You are Partai Demokrat and you are Golkar, for example. You have the strong point to propose how are we going to do this debate. For example, if you mention that the debate, if you mention that emotions, social media do more harms than good, then you argue or then you propose we should limit age number in limiting access to social media. That would be really good. So the negative house are not going to argue whether the social media does more harm or good, but they are going to argue whether the age limitations is feasible, acceptable or not. Gitu ya? Are we clear on this? So the power is yours, affirmative side of the house, the first speakers. And but actually you have done a really good job in defining the motions. You mentioned all the social media that you limited on. I really appreciate you don't mention LinkedIn, because probably LinkedIn is the good social media, which is well, I take good notes on that first speaker of affirmative house. And also you did really well, the second speaker of the negative house, what you did really well is you repeat what your main arguments are in case the judges forget. And this is really important because you are going to remind again and again, over and over again to the judges what your position are, what are your main arguments, and what are the weaknesses of your oppositions. So, for example, if you're going to a war, if you are going to a war, Russia versus Ukraine, for example, you are going to win the war by doing two things. First, you strengthen your arguments or your defense. You strengthen your attack, or you strengthen your defense. So, and that's the only solutions in winning the war. Your tactics, your arguments. And the last thing I would like to say is that this is a debating, and debate is, again, I mentioned, it is a form of communications. You don't debate against your opponents. Your job is convincing, trying to convince the judges that your team is better than others. And by doing that, you have to do two things. You have to look convincing and you have to sound convincing. You have to, even though you're still, okay, I don't think I'm going to win this debate, but still, you have to look convincing for the judges. Your body language should, appear that you are going to this war, whatever happens. So, yeah, self-confidence, yeah, guys, yeah. Again. And that being said, I would like to congratulate you again. You have done a really good job. This is a really great kick-off of initiating national debate competitions, because I thought this is going to be grand final. Since both of you have done really, really good job. This is not a preliminary round. And I'm really impressed that some of you are the first time debaters, but you have done like a really experienced debaters. So congratulations. However, we have to pick one team. There is no way in between. Even so, both of you have done a really good job. Your scores, the gap is not that far away. It's not that far, but I would like to announce that sorry, I forgot my personal choice of the best speaker. My best speaker is the third speaker of the negative house. Congratulations, because you do listen to what your opponents say, what your opponents' statement arguments. And the winner of this debate, we have agreed, all the adjudicators have agreed that the winner of this debate, who is going to go to the next round, goes to negative house, the Mambris Plus. Congratulations, Mambris, and congratulations, Health Horizon Aceh, Banda Aceh. Thank you, Ais.
Thank you so much, Miss Dana. Again, congratulations to the negative side, Mambris Plus, and welcome to the next session. And for the Health Horizon, don't worry, we are highly appreciate for Health Horizon that show us incredible performance in the session. So that's all our session this afternoon, and thank you everyone for joining our today's match, and thank you for our honorable adjudicators, Miss Dena, Mr. Buan, and Miss Sasa, and thank you so much for the tips counselor from Health Horizon and Mambris Plus, and thank you so much for all the contestants, first, second, and third speaker from Health Horizon and Mambris Plus, and see you again in the next one. Thank you. Congratulations.
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 Thank you.
Congratulations.